Hello everyone, this is VJ42 back again with a daily deck. And I have some exciting news for you at the end about a Kickstarter campaign. You'll want to stick around for that. First, quick rundown of other stuff. Speaking of Kickstarter, first of all, I want to tell you about this project that was done by Dan Chris, the Bicycle Cthulhu Great Old One. And there was like 3 decks in that campaign. And there was also dice and magnets and chips and stickers and t-shirts and cups and anything else you could think of. It was more like a freaking store than an actual Kickstarter project for a deck. He is having legal issues with one of the decks. Somebody's claiming a trademark over the name Elder Sign, something like that. And apparently they wanted they would allow him to use it if he put their information on the deck and if he gave him 150 decks, which he can't do because he doesn't have enough extras. Anyways, that's besides the point. The point is they're having issues. I don't have to mention that in case anyone backed it. I fortunately got out of that one because there's just way too much going on in that campaign and I wasn't liking what I was seeing. A couple other campaigns to tell you about. The Bicycle Ritual cards, 24 hours left, not going to make it. As I've been saying since the beginning, they are just too freaking standard. The Bicycle Viking playing cards, 54 hours left, well funded. If you missed out, if you didn't check those out yet, I definitely recommend it. The Tribal playing cards, 4 hours left. It's not going to happen. They need like $5,000 more. It is not going to happen unless they have a big donation last minute. The Atelier playing cards, 3 days left. Somehow they've got like $60,000. I don't understand it. These cards have no faces. They have no art. And yet the guy says, it took him all this time to do the art on these cards. And stuff like that. And it just pissed me off a little bit. The back design is okay. But there's nothing on the faces. Apparently there is a story going around that the guy used to work for Apple. Or something like that. That's why the prices are so high and there's nothing going on in the cards. And they're pretty high. It's like $19 a deck, something like that. I don't understand where he gets all these backers. Spend all this money on something that is so minimalist, boring, and lazy, in my opinion. The Slick playing cards, for another project from England. 4 days left. It's not going to make it. It's not anywhere near. I think they've been stuck on like 800 pounds since the very beginning. And this is the second attempt, and I think they have less support this time than the previous time. If that's even possible. The Lakota playing cards were funded. The Bicycle Unique Designs failed again. It's not the first time it's failed. It's second or third time now that it's failed. Hopefully we won't see it again. Obviously people are not interested. And there's one new project to tell you about. It is the Call of Cthulhu Within Dark Extended Edition. Saint Tyree, who designed this and the previous Call of Cthulhu decks, apparently for some reason has decided to launch a new campaign for $5,000. And it is to sell more of these decks. Because apparently he's got a lot of demand to sell for these decks. But I'm not seeing that so far in the pledging. My concern is that they are short on money and they're trying to get more money. Because there's no reason to do another campaign for the same project. So I don't know. I'm confused. Anyways, one more thing to tell you about. Artofplay.com has released their first exclusive deck of cards. And since it's being run by Dan and Dave, that website, or associated with Dan and Dave, it should come as no surprise that these decks cost $12 each. It is the new Exquisite Bold. And bold is definitely a way to exploit to define it. This deck is nothing like the other Exquisite decks. the other exquisite decks are nice. They're beautiful. They are bold. This deck is a rainbow of colors. It's just an explosion of colors on the deck design. I don't know if it works, and I think it's way too much money. And I mean, the other ones at least are worth it. But this, I'm not really feeling. I'm going to get one for the hell of it to review. But that is it. And now for the exciting news I was telling you about at the beginning, if you're still sticking around. There is a lawsuit in the world of Kickstarter, and it involves playing cards. You may recall, I've mentioned this project before, the Asylum playing cards, which was from back in 2012. They're supposed to have delivered by December of 2012. Never happened. The guy's last update was last July, almost a year ago. And now finally, the Washington State Attorney is taking that bastard Ed Nass to court. And the goal is to get restitution for the backers, get our money back, fine him $2,000 for something, and also he's going to have to pay the court costs of the state attorney. Not to mention his own court costs. All of this could have been avoided if he had just taken the money and delivered the product. But he didn't. So here's a warning to all the other Kickstarters, the founders, especially the founders, and to Alex Willis, and anyone else who's not delivering projects from Kickstarter. Watch your back, because they might come after you, and it can all be avoided if you just deliver the product. And hopefully, all these projects have the attorney going after them, and we get our money back, because enough is enough. I'm very happy about this news. I'm excited. That's what I got. I'll see you next time.